The second sign of the zodiac is Taurus, the bull. Peaceful, practical, and sensually indulgent, natives of this sign are also famous for being steady, strong, and as patient as they are stubborn. What is it that lends the sign of Taurus its massive strength, as well as its love of material comfort? Taurus the bull is one of the most ancient of all astrological signs. Deep in the farthest reaches of human history, the bull was viewed as a sacred animal, worshipped as a symbol of vigor and strength. For certain, the bull of the animal kingdom is still admired and relied upon for its great stores of strength and sheer might. Once roused into action, a bull is an unstoppable source of power, yet its demeanor is generally placid and serene. Likewise, the sign of Taurus denotes a stable mindset, one not easily incited into displays of strong emotion. Yet, though not easily stirred, once its mind is fixed on completing an endeavor, Taurus will move forward with irresistible force until the task is done. This characteristic steadiness of Taurus is reflected in the sign's astrological element. Earth. Vast, supportive, and sustaining, Earth in astrology conveys qualities of firmness, stability, endurance, and perpetuation. Taurus, as an Earth sign, has a genuine connection with the Earth itself and takes delight in experiencing nature. Taurian individuals can often be found engaging in earthy pursuits such as gardening, farming, and agriculture. While their earthy qualities may seem to render them less dynamic than certain other signs, the unpretentious and rustic character of the bull, neither easily distracted nor overly stimulated, is appealing in its own right. Reliably honoring all of its pledges, Taurus acts consistently as a source of reassuring comfort and support, making for the most loyal companion and friend. The awesome stability of the bull also has much to do with its astrological modality. Taurus is what is known as a fixed sign, because when the sun begins its transit through Taurus in the tropical zodiac, the northern hemisphere is in the very middle of the season of spring. The fixed signs of the zodiac signify permanence, and so they are constant in their habits, single-minded in their pursuits, and are generally opposed to change. This helps in part to explain Taurus's affinity for habitual pleasures and fondness for long-standing tradition, as well as its endurance and persistence, which are some of this sign's most positive traits. By this same token, however, some Taurus natives may appear to be rigid in their views and attitudes and slow to adjust themselves to innovation or progress. However, the thoughts and opinions of the bull have formed over the long course of time, and thus have a solidity that is not easily swayed by fads or frivolous whims. The season of spring is significant to Taurus in other ways as well. An enjoyably warm and verdant time of year, spring is abundant with the fresh colors and pleasing scents of new growth blossoming all around. This luxuriant environment helps to illuminate Taurus's fondness for indulging in the delights of the senses, a habitual pattern also reflected in the ruling planet of Taurus, Venus. Astrologically, Venus is a planet of love, desire, and beauty, which presides over art, music, and all other luxuries and enjoyments. Through this, we come to better understand Taurus's generally peaceful demeanor, as well as its appreciation for beguiling sensory pleasures. True Taurians are inclined to treat themselves to the comforts of food, drink, clothing, and adornments, as well as to well-crafted works of art and music. Venus also sheds light on the creativity of Taurus natives, who often give physical expression to their sense of beauty through the practice of music, the fine arts, or other crafts. Venus in astrology also rules over partnership of all kinds, and so love and relationships are important to the Taurus native. Although being a fixed sign, they may avoid frivolous romantic encounters in favor of love that is loyal and committed. Taurus may seem to be more jealous than other signs, but it is only due to their single-minded and practical mindset, which approaches each relationship as a serious commitment. It has been noted by many that Taurus is good at keeping things, and some observers may criticize Taurus for being acquisitive and attached to material goods and possessions. Indeed, thanks to the element of earth, Taurians relate more readily to that which is solid and tangible than to the mental realm of the abstract. They likewise tend to adhere to traditions of long-standing history and heritage, while shying away from fads or experimentation. Being inclined toward habit, however, can sometimes pose problems for Taurus. When the habit in question is no longer useful, or appropriate. Taurus also has one other important ruler, the moon, symbol of motherhood and the feminine. The moon's exaltation in Taurus is important in many ways. Most basically, it relates to the bull's capacity to sustain and nurture others, as well as to the sign's gentle nature. Both of Taurus's ruling planets then, both Venus and the moon, are symbols of feminine energy, which means that Taurus is one of the most feminine signs of the zodiac, as well as one of the most powerful. Looking back at some of the notable Taurus natives from our world reveals a surprising range of characters. Some who embody the role of the strong, silent type, while others play this part on the stage of the world as strong, reliable leaders. Some show great musical talent, as well as creativity and love of practicing their craft. Unfortunately, there are some Taurus natives whose fixed opinions and adherence to outdated concepts have caused widespread suffering throughout the world. However, on the positive end of the spectrum, we also find those who are as comforting, generous, and sustaining as the great Earth itself. We also see distinguished and noble individuals, who in some cases are even deemed deserving of crowns and regal adornments. Peaceful, practical, and patient. Sensual and indulgent, yet hard-working and generous toward others. On one hand stubborn, on the other diligent, determined, and unfailingly constant. The stability of Taurus reminds us of the benefits of remaining calm, grounded, and loyal to the commitments of the present and the traditions of the past.